live from my phone because I still having some issues with a VPN on my laptop. Working on it though, working on it. But I don't know. I'm in China. As incredible as it sounds, the trip was smooth and nice. I didn't took long naps or anything like that. I might sleep like an hour. But to fight the jet lag, this is what I did. So my flight starts at 5 in the morning. My trip or overall, leaving my house at 5:40 in the morning. So leave the trip, leave the house at 5:30 in the morning, and went to the airport. My first plane to and I don't see many of the comments here because I'm on my phone and it's going to be really hard for me to see it. My laptop is not commenting, so hi everyone, if anyone is connecting, I'm so sorry. I will be answering the comments after. So I'm going to my car at 5 in the morning to start at 5:40 in the morning to start a whole journey, and I went to Atlanta Airport. In Atlanta Airport, I just chilled in a little bit until around 11. That was the flight because they changed the gates and a bunch of different other stuff. So I got to this was in Chicago. So I go to Chicago Airport. Now that I'm in Chicago Airport, I'm just trying to hang around, trying to connect and make sure that all my stuff is charged, make sure that everything is fine. And bunch of I don't know what happened with people and cables. They put stuff always like Neanderthals. So all the cables were broken, all the outlets were broken and super hard. Um, Finally, I sit on one place and I just use my batteries until they die. On the flight, we couldn't access the internet. Apparently, there were some issues and the payment part never worked. But for you guys, it's 7 p.m. For me, I'm in the future. It's 7 a.m. Saturday. So I landed in Hong Kong last night around 9:30 ish, and I made it to Aliencell, the laser company that you know, guys, I'm working with. Uh, I'm gonna say about 10:30, 11. And the reason there you go, Lori, how you doing, Ashley? Hi, Ashley. Okay, now the comments are coming, so comment below so I can see what you guys say. So at 10:30 ish or something, I was finally with Aliencell. We were talking and hi, Flucky and Flucky, right? I don't have my glasses, but we hang out till like 1:20 something a.m. The hotel is 5 minutes for their corporate office. So I got a little bit of a tour last night, talking about what they do, what they don't do, or whatever. Uh, should be a little bit more lighty here, right? It's a little dark. The background is the lighter, so I don't know if I can say focus on my face and not everything else. There you go, a little bit better. So we hang out a little bit. They introduce me a little bit of what they're doing in the company, how everything is working on the company for them. I'm right now in the hotel room because my roaming, T-Mobile, why you do this to me? I tried to connect to roaming and I did not got nothing. I don't know what is up. I understand the regulations here, um, but nothing. I got nothing. Like it was dead. My laptop, I have a NordVPN that it says it's supposed to work here in China with everything. It's not connecting to nothing. It's just dead. It's right behind right now everything, and I'm telling you, is I have it on my laptop here. I've been trying for about an hour, and it's just dead. So I'm not showing you my room because it's a mess. I literally came in, I came last night and I explode, like clothes everywhere and whatnot. But here I am. So yeah, so this is going to be part of the talk crafty to me. So I was just want to give you guys a little bit of an introductory part before. As you guys know, I'm trying to see if this connects the Hong Kong. As you guys know, talk crafty to me is every Friday at 7 p.m. I didn't wanna not do the live with you guys. Um, Government security is watching you. Oh, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. I. That's how I can say it to them. I mean, we are not a company that do nothing but have fun with our crafting and design stuff and talk nonsense. But here we are. Um, but anyways, the experience has been nothing but awesome, and I don't know if I can show you something. This is, I think I want to show you this because it's great. Personally, I see this already already saved my life. Oh yeah, everything is tiny. I'm sorry, my table is the size of my laptop, so I gotta try to get closer and further away. So, well, safe I think is also a state of mind in a lot of cases. I know that it's not exactly that, but I'm gonna be honest. I grew up in Peru, so in most places that people don't feel super safe, I actually feel super safe. It's just happens, you know. So I got this guy, and the name is Wask. This guy on Amazon. That's me repeating to the future. So I got this guy on Amazon. It was like a 39 bucks. No, sorry, no. This guy was like 100 bucks. I have an I was like a 39 bucks. So this is something that I I was super skeptical, and this was my friend Juan. I was super skeptical. So you have an offline mode. So basically, you just press the button, you speak in English, and speak in this case. I'm gonna say Mandarin. It's traditional, whatever. So I got it on Amazon, and we were playing in the house and everything with Juan. Then Tess and I were playing about this and trying to see how it is. It has headphones, so you can have a translation with a person. So they put one and they speak in their language, and you listen to the other one in your language, and back and forth. So seems to be fine, right? It's tricky, needs to be on a quiet environment. If there's a lot of people, it's going to pick up the words of a lot of different people. But let me show you something.
We will find a credit card in the business hall tomorrow to handle your signal.
Okay, so that was a message that I was talking yesterday. So I don't know if this will pick it up. There you go. So it was talking. We were talking about buying a SIM card and all that, so I can have the internet around. So they were saying, yeah, we will find it and everything. And they just spoke to me in Chinese, and I got it in English. So if I say, I don't know, you guys want to hear it, but if I say something like, let's say, okay, now I'm hungry. I'm about to go live, and I want to have breakfast.
好的，现在我很饿，我要去生命，我想吃早餐。
That's awesome. So last night I've been moving around with this, and the person that picked me up from the airport and didn't speak much English, close to nothing. And this was kind of the way I was asking a couple stuff, trying to see, you know, where is this or where is that or what you recommend. You know, what normal things that you ask to your driver when you go to a city that you don't know. Now, this is challenging for me because English is my second language. 1 minute to the intro. English is my second language, okay? So I already have sort of a broken English. They already have sort of a broken English. So this is hilarious. This communication is going to be fun. I can tell you that. All right, guys. 7 a.m. in China, 7 p.m. in US. Saturday here, Friday day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Talk crafty to me. So, I didn't want to miss the live. I've been talking a little bit for a couple minutes before just to make sure that this is working. I see some comments coming in. Please say hi if you are connected to us. And I want to talk to you about this trip. I want to talk to you about everything that we're going to try to do during this trip. And we are going to try to connect with other companies, not just the one that I'm working with, but I'm going to try to connect with other businesses, other companies. It's going to be tight. And here's the reason. October 1st is a national holiday, is a national day of China. And at the same time is connecting with Autumn Festival. So there's two holidays. Hello, hello. Bespoke Lisa. I love the name, by the way. Uh, there is two holidays like basically interlating together, right? And people don't work from October 1st all the way, October 1st, all the way to October 8th is completely empty. So you will say like, well, now you can go and do shopping and this. Yes and no, because, and this is something that I found out last night, because this specific time of the year in this festival, because it's so long and China is so big. I mean, guys, you have no idea. We were already in China on the plane. Now I like to look through the window and try to find points of reference, and I check on the map and things. Um, and I actually remember you, man. And it was very interesting because we were already in China. On the map says that we were already over China, and we were still like 6 hours also or something like that away. Now, the plane took off in Chicago, went over that pole, and went down. Passing Alaska, Russia, not Russia. I think it's Russia. Yeah, I think it's Russia, and then going down into China. So it was very 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 interesting flight, but it really didn't affect me much. The jet lag. I know probably I will feel a little bit more tired than normal tonight. But one of the main things that I did is I decided not to sleep since I started the journey. So the flight is 14 and a half hours from Chicago, and I have 2.5 hours from Atlanta to Chicago. And of course, I gotta be in the airport before. So I decided to don't sleep. If you sleep like micro naps, just a little. I traveled before a lot, and I have yet like before a lot going to Europe and whatnot, and it happens. So I discovered that normally work for me. And if you arrive in an hour that is a little bit where, like, let's say you arrive at 7, don't go to sleep. Go party, go out. Have a drink or two, do your stuff, get ready, go to bed at 1 in the morning, something like that. Super tired, exhausted with your life. Wake up the next day at 7 in the morning. My case 6, 7 in the morning, like nothing happened. It's just another day. So that's what I did. That's what I did to kind of fight the jet lag and not feel like I'm dragging myself today everywhere. So I'm in the hotel. Here's a little of my mess. Um, it's a nice hotel. It's everything for me at least is not going to be super super big. Even the sleepers that they gave me are like I'm putting gloves, like latex gloves on my foot because they're super tiny. But it's great. Now, I do have a question. Anyone watching, I want you to put a comment, okay? I do remember on The Simpsons, okay? I do remember on The Simpsons that was this episode that they flew to the other side of the planet, and they were on the military base, and the military base has a whole motor over the toilet to make the water spin in the other direction, so you remember what is basically being in states, so now I don't recall in what direction the toilet spins in US. So put your comment below, because right now, I'm going to say that the water is spinning left to right here. So put your comment below. I know that it's not really orthodox, but I will put a little live video on how the toilet. I'm sure it's clean. Spin this and see how many people reply to that on Messenger and Facebook. But it's spinning left to right. Okay, it's spinning this way. So so it is backwards. See, there you go. There you go. So yeah, the water is spinning backwards here. So that's funny. It's hilarious. I went to the bathroom last night and I was like looking at the toilet and I was like, oh, and it reminds me the Simpsons. It was hilarious. I'm not gonna tell you the amount of useless knowledge that I have. It normally goes related to my childhood, but it was very funny. I'm trying to talk today with a company that do UV printing because I have a free day. No one is working today. They're working tomorrow because they have to catch up for the holidays. But today they're free. So since they're free today, I want to try to have lunch with a friend. Yes, I have friends in China, and I want to try to meet this other company. So Boba, no, I'm in China. I'm in Shenzhen, which is where X2 and well, Cone Marker is actually Hong Kong. X2 is Aliencell is the company that invited me to work with them, and they are 5 minutes from me. And many other lasers like we create is here as well. I mean, many other lasers are here. Bamboo for the 3D printers, DJI. I mean, you name it. Whatever happens in technology that we use is here. So I expect to have some issues to move around, and mainly because Google Maps doesn't work. So I already download the new app that they put me. I have a VPN running on my phone, so I can actually connect to different things. So that is working. This is working apparently. So probably I'm sorry for the video being upright and not sideways. It's working. I do have my Fire the Laser shirt, of course, and a couple things that I can do really easy. I need to finish translating my screens with a translator that also I download. So I need to find my routes to different places with the metro, and I already have everything linked to do the payments and so on and so forth. It's been so far a little bit harder than I expected to find information if you don't prepare your phone like I thought I did uh, outside China. I thought I did it when I was in States. I put VPNs and all kind of stuff. And when I arrived here, uh, it just didn't work. It's hilarious. You asked me if I'm in Michigan and your nickname is Boba Tea. I'm in China, where Boba Tea probably was. I think Boba Tea is Japanese. I'm not sure, but I'm in China. Uh, but yeah, so you are going to travel to China in some point. Everything is fine until you get out of Hong Kong. From that point over, everything is heavily regulated. So Shenzhen is a little bit harder than other places to try to find information for your phone. And we're gonna be checking a couple of lasers, a couple of stuff. So technology. I'm a crazy guy with technology. I broke my watch long ago. I used to have a OnePlus watch. It was great, and I don't know if something happened with the battery when I drop it. It just doesn't last a charge like it used to. So I might be looking for a new smartwatch for me. Uh, my is oh really? My Malaysia is like that too. Well, I guess kind of a same. Let's call it regime. I don't know. Uh, but it is for me. Technology will do it. So I'm in the right city for technology. I'm gonna be looking for a couple of stuff. I'm gonna be looking for some measuring tools that can be crazy. Uh, Anyway, no, I might be looking for a new phone. I saw some crazy phones ads last night that I was like, oh my god, I need that phone. I don't, but oh my god, I need that phone. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking into a couple of stuff, and one of the persons that helps tremendously on the growth of our business was a broker that we have here in China. Her name is Feng Yudong, and I'm trying to have lunch with her today. Uh, so Fang, she used to work with 2, 3 lasers, and she quit in the company. She started working with them, and she ended up working as a freelancer for brokers. So basically, what she does is when we need a large quantity on a blank, or we need something like it's a huge volume of things, she go to the manufacturer. She contact the manufacturers. Of course, she's Chinese. She can speak with anyone, no problem. And she find us the best deal with the manufacturer. She pack it. She gets everything herself. She pack everything herself, and she ship it to us. So I'm looking forward to meet with her because we want to see how interested will she be if we decide to offer that as a service for everyone. So, Anikid, so I'm right now in China, in Shenzhen. So hopefully that I don't know how stable is the internet. So I just see my little icon to say live. So I might be not great. um, so yeah, we're gonna try to offer that service as well and have it ready for people that wants to get stuff. Now I'm gonna be very straight with you guys. I'm not gonna try to compete with any of the suppliers that we work. I'm not gonna try to undercut anyone. I work with Lancaster Supply. I work with Great Laser Supplies, and many others. Makerflow, I love Makerflow. I'm not gonna try to compete with them. This is more for like the weird stuff that we don't find easy. This is not to compete with anyone. Just gotta be clear on that. I love them. They're all my friends, and I encourage you to use AlivePixel code with all my friends. Let's do it, spoke. Let's do it. Let's talk. Thank you. But the main idea of this trip is to try to find information, work with Aliencell to get some stuff going with their software and their laser. I'm very impressed by their laser. If you follow me regularly, you'll see that I put some stuff on Facebook and stuff about it. I saw yesterday how they're doing some testing, some aging testing on the machine. Like they have the lid connected to the pulley and they're opening and closing the lid like constantly, thousands and thousands and thousands of times just to see, how it can actually help together. And a bunch of other testing, like moving the motors at high speed, for days and days and days. That is things that we will not do. So I was actually yesterday looking into that, and it's good to see a company that is worried about. So yes, you're right. I think it's one of the features. So laser wise, I think there are two technologies coming on the lasers. The lasers that are coming with a galvo, and they're probably restricted and they're more portable, and Ace Laser, like in that time the Rolly flying galvo, it has a galvo on a gantry, so it moves and it helps to do everything faster. That might be the feature of all lasers as well. But one of the things that I think is important is lasers that are not like a special setup laser. And when I say a special setup laser, I'm talking about is a laser that is probably the traditional gantry. So for the traditional gantry, this machine really has the light is kind of killing me in this place. Um, uh, I'm in China. I want to buy a light to put just in front of me, and I try to close this, and it's this, and it's not really moving much. But yeah, I, I'm sure it's electric. And this company, hello from the UK. So for you is what right now? 6 in the morning or so? I don't know. Might be a little later than that or earlier. Um, Hi, Sherry. How you doing? I'm trying to read the comments and I don't have my glasses. I'm blind and old. That's come on, like there you go. So, oh, it's midnight. Wow, wow. Normally you're connecting like at 3 in the morning or something to the show. Um, but yeah, so Rolly was kind of the laser that I was looking forward. Leo, I need to call Leo. I want to meet him too. He lives in Shenzhen as well. Um, he canceled the project and he's shutting down the company and the business for personal reasons, and I respect that. But it's been one of the companies that was my to go with a laser, regardless. And I still use the Rolly. Is an amazing machine. Aliencell came out of nowhere, really, about a year ago or so. I started talking with them, and they have the prototype. I have one of the prototypes on, or the first production on my shop, and I've been using it, and I've been super impressed. Not just because it's a pretty machine or basic stuff, and you say, but it looks like every other diode. Yes and no, it looks like every other diode, but it performs like a CO2 and with the price of a diode, which is crazy to me, right? So they are performing in the higher end of a diode laser. I'm using right now a 40 watt on my shop, and I'm cutting everything like butter. Really, it has a problem. Yeah, it has a lot of issues because it's still beta on the software and a bunch of stuff. There is functionalities that are still not even finished, but we were using some of the beta options on it, and the machine works flawlessly most of the time, and it has some weird things here and there, but design wise, is structural wise, the machine is great. It's a solid machine to buy. The selling point for me to consider this machine for a business is the 18 by 28 bed that it has, because I can buy lumber at that point and use it inside this laser. Yes, you need a huge table, right? And yes, it will break your back when you pick it up. But here's the thing, there is no machine right now in the market that can offer you that without a conveyor. Simple as it is. So you have the slats, you have a honeycomb. Honeycomb is magnetic. They're working in a bunch of stuff to make it more compatible with Librem, with more features and everything else. So they are very eager to push this machine with the right features out of the gates, and that's what I'm here. They invite me to see how everything's going. They're finishing building the manufacturing facility that is in that city about an hour and a half, 2 hours from here. Because this is more like a corporate, small business mentality in some areas in here in Shenzhen. Shenzhen is huge, by the way. It's huge. If you think, oh, I'm going to the city of Shenzhen, and you're thinking that it's going to be a small city, no. My broker lives like an hour and a half from where I'm standing, and she is in Shenzhen. So it's big. So this is the water that the hotel put for me here. I don't know how natural it is, but it have it has like a fish and a coral. This is a fish, and I don't know what else. Yeah, it has a fish, so it should be good. If it's good for a fish, it's good for me. That's all I can say. Um, but yes, so the purpose of this is try to connect with they're yes, they are here as well. But I wouldn't mess with them, to be honest. Shady, we're working on something to create a better option for users to get access to bulk orders, if that makes sense. So I'm here for that too. So we'll see how that goes. But definitely something that a lot of us with small businesses want a machine that will work, a machine that has some support. I'm going to be so far on the conversations that we have, I'm going to be one of the US support people to help people to make sure that you have someone to talk during the day that you have a problem during the project you're working, so you don't just stop dead in the water and you need to wait 24 hours or 8 days holiday to pass. So we're talking a bunch of different things to try to make the laser experience overall for us in US a lot better. And one of the main things is I'm putting a lot of hope on this machine because they have a huge background developing mainboards and everything for many other companies, which is very important because they have a know-how how to manufacture stuff. And now they're just releasing a laser, which is awesome. Um, I use a couple of their softwares that they develop, which is awesome as well. Now, weather. How is the weather here in Shenzhen, or what is going on with the weather here in Shenzhen? So today apparently it's going to be like an 85, higher 85 or high the 80s, and humidity is 900%. My beard is loving it. Me, on the other hand, I don't know. But hey, I'm here for the party. Yes, dedicated on-site warranty services. So that's something that we were talking actually as well, because on my shop we have a space that we can take apart a machine and replace parts if something breaks. But that's one of the things that are on the table with us to talk and see how we can support more this. I know that is being one of the main things. I need a part and I need to overnight it for someone, and it's really hard to have parts and things overnighted from China. Number one, it's too expensive. Number two, it might not happen. So we're looking to have probably some basic parts that will be maintenance things with us and everything to make sure that overall support is going to be taken care of. That's one of the main things. I will probably have my phone number so that people can call me directly and you can talk on the phone and not just waiting for an email, a chat, whatnot. So we gotta look into how that will looks like at the end. Um, we are still on the conversations on that. They were super nice to invite me to see and kind of clear a little bit of the doubts, because we are we're spoiled with Amazon. Okay, we're really spoiled. So we got used to just say, hey, I want this in 2 days, and we have it in 2 days. Or it didn't arrive, we just call Amazon, give me my money back. I don't want it anymore, and we get the money back. And Amazon runs over the manufacturer, and the manufacturer pay for whatever. But uh, the main thing is we're trying to change that, and it might not be Amazon. It's really hard to compete with a monster like Amazon, but it still will be a service that you can access 24 hours, because when I'm sleeping they will have someone here to answer. But it's something that we're looking into. You're actually right. Good morning. I'm late again. Come on, it's fine. You're not late. You are not late. I'm actually in the morning here. I know that you too. But, well, what time is in your place right now? And Big Spoke. Yes, it's really hard for the average person to do repairs on a laser, depending on what it is. Now, The majority of lasers nowadays, as compact as they're coming, they have more like, I like to call it unibody. Everything is one thing. Okay, so you're UK, right? So for you, good morning. No, I try to turn your phone like sideways, or turn my phone where, like the camera. The camera is my computer, but I don't see the chat if I do the camera. What do you mean turn my phone sideways? It says that you gotta put it. It's orientation locked. Put it back. I try. I've been trying to do that for a bit, and I don't know what's with YouTube here. Um, Larry. And so the main idea is going to be for us. Yeah, when I turn in landscape, let me see if I can do that, but I don't want to do it during the half of the live. So this is going to be a vertical live for everyone watching their phone. Or you can, if you want to sideways, just go to bed like this. I don't know, Rich. Uh, so definitely repairing Steve reading names. Come on, bespoke. Now you make me say names. Now repairing a laser is more complicated as it comes. Number one, we have a whole casing around the main structure of the laser, so you need to remove a whole case that enclose the whole laser. Uh, Kenny, I do not have jet lag. Believe it or not, I do not. I love it. So the main concept will be you still have to tear apart a big chunk of your laser. You're still going to have that. And the main reason is because they're making it so small, everything, so you need to take part of the body on the areas to get into the framing. You might need to tear apart a lot of a laser to get into some specifics of it, but that's part of a machine that is compact enough to be on a desk. If you want something that is not going to be like that, it's going to be a little bit different because you have more room, more access. It's easy to change parts. Rich, I did not sleep. That's a trick for the jet lag. I did not sleep on the flight. I probably took a nap on the flight, but I spent more time watching movies and whatever. Um, Stay up for 20 hours, and you land. I know that I was landing during the night in here. So I landed 9:30, and by 1:40 or something, I was going to bed exhausted. I woke up at 6 in the morning, no alarm, no nothing. It's a regular day. So I think I did it right. And it's interesting when you see a large thunder or a nova, tech or any other huge machine that you want to use in your garage. You have a door, you open the door, and you have the main board. You can just jump inside the laser and change something from inside if you want to. But it's not the case when you have a machine that is all shrunk to fit on your desk. When that happens, you're going to need to take things apart to be able to replace them. It's not the same of working on a radio with tubes and the big transistors on the back, or working on a brand new radio, if you will. So you're gonna need to take apart stuff. So I understand the frustration of it, but I still say, if you want compact, you want small, you want like the top notch technology to get into just your desktop, you're going to need to sacrifice space. Everything will be shrunk to the minimum size, and repairs are going to take you a little bit more than normal because they need to be creative on how to put stuff around. That's what I will say. But we're trying to see how we can repair and everything in states and have like a whole blown up service there. Ooh, my phone is telling me that breakfast time has started. I did put an alarm for the breakfast. Yeah, breakfast is only 1 hour here, so it's from 7:30 to 8:30. What happened with that 6 to 9? I hope it's not everywhere, but anyways, this is a small hotel though. Let's be clear. Um, so yeah, guys. So we are in China. We are trying to make our way talking and not, and you know it. Hey, this figure didn't happen randomly. I'm exactly at right now 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. So I have 1 hour for breakfast in the hotel. I might not take the one to the hotel. Uh, I might just take a look at it at least the first time. Now there is a guy crossing the hotel that he was outside with a food truck. It was more like a tuk tuk truck. I don't know. It has Cantonese barbecue that I'm so much dying to try tonight because that's gonna be my tonight. Street food in China. I hope it's great. But yeah. Yeah, someone told me that most likely I'm gonna have something like that. Oh no, no, no! I won't. I'm gonna eat. I'm looking right now for the food truck that comes at night. I already asked, and they said that it's every night until 2 in the morning, outside, from 9 p.m. So I'm going to have that for dinner, definitely because it looks great. So my theme this trip is eat everything I can find. If it's moving, I might eat it. If it's not moving, I'll definitely eat it. And if it's weird looking, I'll give it a try. Just a little bite. But no, I ate all kind of things on my travels before, so I'm gonna be doing some exploring on new flavors. Absolutely. Oh, of course, it's so much different. Number one, they just call it food to begin with. Um, you are absolutely right. So people is not following the comments because the portrait. Rich says Chinese food is so much different there. Yes. Number one, it's just food. It's not Chinese food. It's food. And number two, it is. Especially because I'm from Peru. I grew up in Peru, right? The Chinese food in Peru is a hell different than Chinese food in the States. I will say 100 times that fried rice in Peru is far superior than the fried rice in the States. But it's called chaufa in Peru. But rice, okay, that's a side. I'm gonna eat anything that they put me on the plate. So I don't care what it is, and I'm not going to be eating on restaurants. I'm gonna eat on trucks. So I expect to get sick not because the food. I expect to be sick because the quantity that I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat a lot. I can tell you that right now. I saw so many food trucks that I want to try already on my way to the hotel. So that's completely on the table for me. It's starting today, and I'm curious. A friend of mine actually told me to go to McDonald's here because they have their own menu. So I'm curious to try a McDonald's here just for shits and giggles. Why not? But definitely that's gonna happen. So craft, guys. So I'm gonna be looking for some things to get like a. I'm gonna say curiosity things. Ooh, there is someone with a dog. If I would bring my dog, it would be awesome, but he's an asshole. So I'm gonna be looking for some curiosity things for crafting and things like that. So I already connect with one a friend of mine that is going to take me to different places that they work for craft, and this is more like a traditional craft. So the show is called Talk Crafty to me, so why not to look some traditional craft stuff? So the next time that we're gonna see on a live and we're gonna be able to talk is going to be next Saturday for me. But what I'm gonna say, leave me a comment, okay? Put a comment below. Google it. Do whatever. I can't use Google. I've been using some random weird one that is not finding nothing really for me, but I'll figure something out. The VPN is helping right now, so that's good. But put in the comments below. Leave me a comment. Share the love. Show different things. Oh man, octopus. What is that? Opus 388. I'll thank you right now because I didn't know where to go. But regardless that, put on the comments, okay? I want this live. I know this portrait is a little bit annoying, and I'm so sorry about that. I'll figure something out to make it better for the next live next Friday. But here's the thing: I want you guys to share the love, ask your friends, spread this video, please, and put on the comments as much as you can information of in crafting. And I'm gonna say not a laser, not an embroidery machine, crafting, doing something with your hands, a little tool for something. I want you to tell me what would you like to see, so I can go fetch for it, look for it, get it, buy it, whatever, and we can do videos of it, how to use it, how to not use it, how I lost a finger using it, whatever. So let's try to find something. Let's have some fun together. Let's utilize this time. And hey guys, thank you very much everyone for joining me. I'm gonna be nothing but updating everyone, every once in a while with a little live, or probably a little uploads on the story. So I'll try to keep you guys as much informed and updated as I can. Uh, but the most important part is like we're in China, baby. So now I have two things to do: learn Chinese, eat a lot of food. Yeah, no Chinese food. Here's food. Eat a lot of food and find some things so you can talk crafty to me. So, see ya, guys. Thank you so much. Please like the video, subscribe, share it, and let me know. Let me know in the comment what we can find for you. So, thank you, guys. See ya.